Hey guys, I'm MegaGWolf and welcome to another Mega Monday. Come on! First of all, I want to mention the channel and what will be going on with my content in the future. Second, I wanted to basically just get a little bit of ranting off my chest. Now, as you may have known, Stardew Valley is finally complete and done. And it's actually a pretty big deal for me because I have been doing that series for a very long time. Well, it was quite a bit over a year actually, so to see it end is actually a pretty big deal for me. And I'm glad in a way. I really enjoy Stardew Valley, but as I said in a comment on the video itself, it's come to the point where I've done the things I want to do in it. I have no drive to continue because all my main kind of things, apart from marrying Abigail and completing the community center, were kind of done. And although there is stuff left to do, it doesn't feel like I need to do it to get my point across anymore. We've done what we've set out to do. We've done a year. We can move on to better things. And honestly, it was weird how much of a weight was kind of lifted from my shoulders as soon as that last episode went live. Because it's one of those deals, like I said in the actual video itself, where it's a Mercenary Kings deal. Like, I really enjoy the game. It starts to become difficult to talk about, and I didn't realize it was going to go on for quite as long as it did. Same as Sonic Unleashed back in the day when I did that. That took a long time to get done. All of those series have been like a year long, and it weren't intentional, believe me. And I know some people like long form stuff, but then again, you come in, you see like part 51 of a Stardew Valley Let's Play, and you get intimidated. So I kind of get now that if I want to do something a bit longer, I want to try and edit it more and maybe have slightly longer episodes to basically condense the experience into really just the completely interesting parts and not some of the little MacGuffin. So it was a learning experience as well. That being said, now that Stardew is done, we officially are starting on River City Ransom soon. It won't be right away. I'm going to do some one-offs of games I've wanted to show off, or games that I've received codes for recently that I just haven't had a chance to do because I've wanted to finish these other series. One Shot is over, which is quite surprising. I do want to do more of Oxygen Not Included. I don't want to make that a too long a series, but I do want to do a bit more with the group that I have to see how far I can manage to survive with what was given to me, considering it was quite a bit of an awkward start. As you can tell, the Sonic Hack Showcase came back stronger than ever for a little bit because, well, there was just some good hacks out that I wanted to show off and talk about. There's another one that's caught a lot of people's eyes all of a sudden, which was Yoshi in Sonic 2 thing, and I definitely want to cover that because that looked really fun to mess with anyway. And it really only came to light, even though apparently it's been a thing for quite a while, and it's just kind of randomly come out of nowhere. I also intend on going on to fan games again when I get a chance. I need to talk to some people because I really don't know where people get these things. Like, I honestly don't know where to look for Sonic fan games in particular. Maybe Sonic Retro, I'm not 100% sure, so I might need a bit of information, or maybe you guys suggesting where I go with those. As for other things, I'm actually thinking of uploading a vlog on Pixelated Memories to kind of get some ideas out there and to talk about a potential 4th day of streaming. It won't be a guaranteed day, but for those who are unaware, who don't follow my social media or anything like that, I usually do 3 streams a day, 3 streams a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 9 PM GMT or BST, depending on daylight savings time, for 3 hours. And what I've been starting to do is use one of the weekend days, either Saturday or Sunday, to do Pixelated Memories recordings. Because I hit that goal on Patreon to basically stream my recordings, not necessarily all the time, but I pretty much have been. I tend to stream me playing through the game, and right now we're doing one for Zelda Link's Awakening. So if you're interested in that, chances are I'll be streaming it either through the main days or like next weekend or something. And I'm actually going to make a vlog on PM about whether they want to be informed about that. Same way that I do on this channel, just kind of quickly upload a video being like, yo, I'm streaming and then take it down obviously when I'm done, as well as something else, but I'll leave that for people who have been subscribed to Pixelated Memories, because that's really who it's important to. Like, so there is a bit more information about that, so if you're interested, keep an eye out over on that channel. Guys, River City Ransom though is going to be such a great series for me, because we've had some stellar, some fantastic stuff happening. It's not just me. It's going to be a co-op let's play from start to finish, which is going to be a new thing for me. I mean, let's just face it, the other times I've tried full co-op let's plays was 1, the Transformers game with Rezo, which wasn't finished. 2, Terraria, twice with Jay, both weren't finished. I feel like Terraria's just had a really bad run. So hopefully Soul and me will have a little better luck with this. Here's a clip.
Yeah, Ivan looks really cool.
It's when you're knocked down and you hit the punch button, you punch them when they're on the floor. Dynamic entry! But yeah, no, it's real broken. It's really good though. Oh man, I'm gonna die at the end of this series if things are like that all the time. And things like that happen all the time. Just little funny things. But overall, the feeling of the channel is strong. Also, the feeling of working on Pixelated Memories is strong as well. And streaming has been pretty good, but last week I felt like garbage for most of the week in terms of just general energy and sleeping, and just overall it wasn't a good week. So I really felt like I was pushing boundaries of my own mental well-being, just like trying to cope. But if anything, the streaming kind of helped me relax a bit, which was nice. So thank you for that. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to jumping in full force. And now that Stardew's done, I have a bunch of games that I've written down on a list that I want to cover and have a look at. I've also been toying with the idea of doing another retro playthrough. Like, doing Wonder Boy really kind of opened my eyes to doing stuff from my past. I'm thinking Streets of Rage 2 or the original River City Ransom before Underground gets posted, so that me and Soul have a chance to record more episodes, because I would like that to be a series I have a backlog of, so I can just kind of upload them on a regular basis and not have to worry about it. So that was the updates for the channel, but the little rant I want to go on is about people with scoring systems for video games. I know it's not entirely connected to what I was talking about before, and this was brought up during the hype release of the new Legend of Zelda. And funnily enough, it's like the news I want to talk about in Pixelated Memories has to do with this in a way. But I don't get, man, I just don't fucking get people. Like, the amount of people that are like, 10 out of 10 is reserved for a perfect game. I don't get that attitude. People, it's like, when did the scoring system become so just weird? Anything that gets lower than a 7 is apparently a really bad game, and nothing can get a 10. So what does that leave us with? It's three numbers, two numbers, 3 numbers roughly. Like, what is that? Yes, I give this a 1, a 2, or a 3, basically, isn't it? It's like 1 bad, 2 average, 3 grand. So, like, I don't get why people are so picky about this. This is why the number system sucks, by the way, because you as a individual shouldn't be necessarily relying on numbers per se, more than personal experiences of people that you kind of recognize have the same tastes as you, and you do a collective opinion. Like, that's why people can be like, for example, me, I can be like, I've never played FF7, but from a collective opinion I've heard, people say that it's either the best thing they've ever played or it's a bit overrated. Which, considering how many people have said it's the best fucking thing they've ever played, makes me wonder how long ago they've played it. And the amount of people that say it's overrated, I could believe that perhaps, you know, there is some nostalgia goggles going on. And I get that. It's like, that's the reason why, I mean, obviously it's a long RPG, I've just haven't had a chance to play it, and I've wanted to for the longest time. It's just one of those reasons why I'll say, I've heard it's overrated. And, you know, that's the reason why I will back that up, is because it's a common opinion. Like, I feel like the general consensus is, especially when I saw someone like, basically going over their little nitpicks about Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I see a comment like, oh, finally someone criticizing the game, and I'm like, Yeah, but is there a reason for that? Is like the reason why you're going out and being like, finally someone to validate my shitty opinions about something. And I mean, don't get me wrong, you're allowed your opinion. Everyone's allowed their opinion, as long as you word it correctly. I always feel like, you know, I shut people down when they spout their nonsense. And they're like, you're silencing my opinion. And I'm like, no, you came in here, said, fuck you, this game sucks. That is not an opinion, that is an insult. There's a difference. But it comes to the point where it's like, maybe the game is like, you know, this is going from a rant where it's like number systems are just trash to just people being garbage in general. I could rant about this for a while too. What I'm trying to get at is, Zelda's a good game. And no matter how much nitpicking you want to be about the durability or the stamina or the fact that apparently there's only like 3 types of enemies, which there is not, a 10 out of 10 could mean that there are flaws. But in my eyes, a 10 out of 10 means that it is a fully enjoyable experience from start to finish, and that its flaws do not take away from that experience. You could say that the durability system is a personal preference, whether you like it or not. That could affect your score as well, definitely. But to argue against the other people's, I don't know. That seems like a very small thing to worry about. If I were ever to do professional reviews, I'd do it on a purely like, yo, if you liked this, or enjoy this style, I would recommend it. And then I'd always say, go out and find more reviews to make sure, because it's obviously going to be biased, right? So you'll want to make sure that you get enough feedback and information to be able to make a solid, educated evaluation on whether you'll enjoy the thing or not. And I feel like numbers are way too important to a lot of people, which is why Metacritic is honestly the most useless website for me ever. I'd like to know your opinion on this kind of stuff, on like whether the numbers are important, whether you like just detailed information and, you know, maybe a bit of a biased opinion at the end, but no real number system. And what you think of a 10 out of 10. Does it mean it's perfection to you, or does it mean that it is the best at doing what it is doing? Not even the best, but as an overall experience, right in its contained moment, like nothing will detract from your entertainment unless you go fucking looking for it, or maybe personal preference. I don't know, there's a lot of opinions and ideas about it. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. Tell me what you're interested in seeing from the channel. I'd love to know your opinion. What with us being in like a very open period at the moment where we've got one series planned and then kind of whatever the fuck else is going on. I'd love to hear what you think about what we should do on the channel, because this is all about me as well as it is about you. So I'd love to know what you think. Either way, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. First like if you did. Catch you next 2 weeks from now. Don't forget to check out the stream as well, and Pixelated Memories update when I get it out. Thank you, guys. Bye. Come on. Oh, do you like the glasses, by the way?